Welcome back, everybody. It's nice to see you. I mean, I can't see you, but I'll think that I can. Welcome back to the videos, guys. Oh yes, that's why I hate this diffuser. Welcome back to the videos, everyone. Today is a video you guys have asked for. You have wanted to know, is the Unitronic intercooler worth it? More so, does it actually make a difference? Can I tell a difference? Let's find out. Let's find out if it actually makes a difference. So we are headed over to a spot right now that is a little bit more, how do I say, wide open, no traffic, pretty empty roads. We're going to do some testing out there. Our first test is going to be cruising speed and monitoring those temps. Just, we'll say a steady 60 miles an hour. We'll see what the temperatures look like. We'll do a test on the 40th anniversary first. This car has the Unitronic intercooler on it. We're going to use our OBD11 tool to actually monitor our intake air temperatures. And then we will switch over to Justice's car, which is a stock intercooler, and do our comparison there. That way you can have a side-by-side view, exactly what both are doing. And then our second test is going to be, we'll say, 3 second gear pulls, third gear pulls, hard pulls. That way we can see under boost, under pressure, under a couple runs back to back, if the Unitronic intercooler actually is making a difference in preventing and mitigating heat soak. So we just pulled up to the first spot. We are going to set up our OBD11. Ka-chow. This is going to allow us to actually see our intake air temperature sensor and what it is reading. So we're gonna go ahead, hook it up. And then while I am doing these runs, I will also have my phone screen recording. That way I can post them side by side. You guys can see what we're doing with the car and what everything is reading. Then when I get back to the house, I'll go over the results, and then we'll switch to the other car and do the same tests in that car. That way we can make this as close and as scientific as possible. The only thing I personally cannot control is ambient outside temperature. Right now we're sitting about 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So hopefully we can get a relatively close comparison when we do the other car. All right, so I've got everything pulled up on my phone right now. I'm gonna start screen recording. I have our RPM and then our temperature, our intake air temperature. That way I can sync up my RPM with the video. We know exactly what's going on and when it is going on. I'm getting ready to start test number 1. So I'm gonna go ahead, start driving and start screen recording. And yeah, hopefully it goes well. I'll let you know the results. So this first test we are going to do at 60 miles an hour and just kind of hang out there for about a minute or so and see exactly what our intake temps get up to, just at a regular cruising speed. While I was sitting there, we were at a whopping 52 degrees Celsius. 52 times 2 is 104 plus 32 degrees. That puts us right around 140 degrees Fahrenheit. 140 degrees Fahrenheit. What we're going to do, set the cruise at 60. We are on a slight uphill. I will do the same test in the same exact spot with the other Mk8. That way we can do the test pretty much identical to how we're doing it here. Makes sense? I hope so. Makes sense in my head. All right, so we've just finished test number 1. We are going to downshift, go into third gear. We're gonna be at 40 miles an hour, and what I'm gonna do is just give the car load and see how our temperatures respond. I'm gonna do this 3 times, that way it's got a chance to actually heat things up. and then we will also take those results back home and we'll list everything out and show everything. 3,000 RPM and load. We'll break it right there at 5. We'll let her come down. Do this a couple more times. And load. Break it at 5. One more time, and then we will take those results back and see how we did. All right, go ahead, turn around, and head back to the house. Back to the house, we're gonna run downstairs, go through all the data together, and see what we've got. This is gonna be a nice baseline and show us what more or less the stock needs to not do, the stock intercooler, and then we'll run with the other 22 DSG Mark 8 and see what stock is putting out. I'm really anticipating quite a big difference here with the intercooler. When I put it in, it was quite a bit thicker. It was a nicer quality, and there's no more plastic. So with a bigger core and it flows more, I'm really expecting quite a big difference between the two of them. So I punched all the numbers in. I went through the videos. I watched every little bit of it. That way I could get some accurate readings, and I could have like a freeze frame for you guys to look at. So run number 1, this is going to be our 60 mile per hour cruising, cruising, just cruising, really. That's all it was. That was 37 degrees Celsius after it tapered off and it leveled out. 37 degrees Celsius right there. First pull. So our third gear pull, our first third gear pull, our lowest was 29 degrees Celsius to 37 degrees Celsius. Second pull was 27 degrees Celsius to 37 degrees Celsius. And our third pull was 25 degrees Celsius to 36 degrees Celsius. And the wild thing is, if you go back and you watch the videos, while I'm moving, while I'm doing the pull, our intake temps are actually dropping, as opposed to going up with load and more heat introduced to the engine bay. So that's kind of cool. I'd be interested to see if the stock cooler does the same thing, or on the flip side, it soaks and retains the heat. So these are our first numbers. Now we're going to go back out and do it in the other car. Okay, so we are now in Justice's car. We're going to set everything up. I'm going to get the OBD logged up, and from there, we're going to do the same exact tests, and we are just going to jump right into it. So we are currently logging our 60 mile per hour, just cruising intake air temps. And I just wanted to thank Unitronic again for helping us out and getting this intercooler. That way we could try it out, put it on the car, and see just how well she does. So big shout out to them. If you haven't already, go visit their website. And also, if you haven't already, scroll down, hit that like button, and subscribe if you have found this informative in any way. If this has helped you make a decision. Yeah, let me know what you think. Comments are always open. We'll go down to third. Now we're just gonna head back to the house. We're gonna take those results and compare it to what we got with the 40th running the Unitronic Intercooler. I'm excited to see what the difference is gonna be. Okay, so we have compared the results and I'm going to share those with you right now. Our 60 mile per hour cruising temp and our ambient temperature, air temp, was about 4 to 5 degrees cooler than yesterday's pools. So take that with a grain of salt. I don't know how much that really can account for, but our cruising temp was 36 degrees Celsius, which is 1 whole degree cooler than our first attempt with the 40th anniversary running the Unitronic Intercooler. So there's 1 degree Celsius difference. I'm going to chalk that up probably to just the 5 degree cooler air temp outside. Now this is kind of where it gets interesting. Our first pool in the DSG, so the stock intercooler, was a low of 33 with a high of 37. Our second pool was a low of 30 and a high of 32. And then our third pool was a low of 28 and a high of 31. So our highs got a little bit lower, but we did not get our lows as low as the stock intercooler. I don't know if that has enough to do with ambient air temp. I would say during those pools, when you're hitting those low points, when you're pushing the air through, you're consistently 3 to 4 degrees cooler in an already... It was 60 degrees yesterday, so it's fairly cold outside. You're getting considerably colder temperatures, and I would love to try this again when it is summertime. If we're already seeing lower temps now, when summer comes, I would love to try that again. So without further ado, guys, this is where I'm going to end today's video. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was informative. I hope you learned something. If you did, drop a like, consider subscribing. We post a video pretty much once a week, sometimes twice a week, but consistently once a week. And those videos drop on Sunday. So if you want to see more like this, subscribe, come back. We love the company. Comment what you think down below. We're definitely going to try this again during the summer, see if we can get more drastic results. We did definitely see results from the intercooler. I would like to see when it's 100 degrees outside, if we can get more drastic differences between the two of them. That's where I'm thinking that the Unitronic intercooler is really going to kick some ass, is when it's 100 degrees outside, your engine bay is hot, and outside is hot. That's where I'm thinking we are going to see the most benefit out of this. So that's all I've got for you today. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. Peace.